I'm Angie McCoy. I think in order for us to be great counselors, period, it's a good idea to research our client and their background. I agree with the respectful acronym, but especially if you have a multicultural situation or you have someone in your office that's from a different race or culture or ethnicity, I really think it's important that we go to extreme lengths to find out where they're coming from, understanding what's inside of them, even if it means going to the community, asking questions. That's how we learn, if we ask questions. Being from Eastern North Carolina, I wouldn't be as familiar with a Muslim client, and I would begin with my sessions and ask, is there anything specifically that you think I need to know? I'm trying to learn about you and where you're coming from. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and where I come from. I'm sure we can find some things that we agree on, and I'm sure that, we're all alike on the inside. We all have feelings. We all have hopes, aspirations, and dreams. But I just do not find any problem with doing extensive research and asking the family questions and asking the community questions, because to effectively help the people that are around us today, because there are so many different kinds of people and religions and cultures, that we really need to ask those questions. I really think counselors need to be an advocate. According to what the book said, I do not think anyone needs to feel inferior, and I think people look to counselors to be advocates. I think we need to be viewed according to how we're supposed to be when we have a client, as far as being empathetic and positive regard. So I think that takes a lot of searching oneself and realizing if you can get over some of the biases and hurdles you may have in your own life, before you can effectively help someone else sitting across from you. I think people use those slanderous terms because it's rooted in where you may have came from in your culture. The town I'm from has one stoplight, one school, and still nobody in the town is black. Still backward in the way that they're thinking. I think they've come a long way, but I said in a couple of my homework assignments, that's why I had such a hard time coming to ECU. We just weren't exposed to any different kinds of cultures. I went to high school with the same 13 people from kindergarten to 12th grade. None were black. Don't have anything against people of color. Don't have anything against anybody. I wouldn't be in the counseling grad school department if I did, because I do believe we have that standard that we have to uphold to be accepting and accepting others unconditionally and trying to help them the best way that we can. But I do think people use those to build themselves up, to fit in with the good old boy genre, especially where I came from. But I just think the way that we're progressing, we just need to make sure that we understand we don't just have one type of culture, one religion, one personality type in our world. We have many, and it's up to the counselor to do extensive research and be accepting and pursue advocacy in every situation that we can. We have all these biases, and it's just because people don't understand each other. People don't take the time to understand each other. That's why I think that the counseling profession is growing, and people are needing counselors in more situations. Nobody takes the time to listen and learn. And when you have all these different kinds of people and cultures meshing as we do today, unless you take the time to understand someone and put their shoes on your feet, so to speak, there's not going to be any clarity. And I think the lack of clarity in relationships and the lack of respect is causing many people to turn to counselors for help. And I just think research, it needs to keep on. I don't think it's come as far as it can go in the multicultural research, but I think as future counselors, we need to read every piece of research on this that we can, so we can be very informed. And as I said, we need to take a hard look at ourselves from the inside to see if we are okay with dealing with all these types of people before we actually have the instance of them sitting across from us looking to us for help. Thank you. Have a good day.